with Mike Sherman down today, and is it more of a pro-style offense now with the Aggies?
Yeah, I guess yeah, different than what they were doing a year ago. Definitely, there are a lot of, they mix their run and pass well, and then a lot of, intermediate passing and controlled passing, which is very good, along with their running game, and then some play action. So they mix it up good and do it well.
On the turnovers you were just talking about, do you see on the film that you're now doing things that create them, or were you always only now they seem to be paying off quite often?
Well, I don't know. We've had, how it is. Some games you're getting more than you have in others. But I think we either lead the league or we're within one of leading the league in turnovers forced. So we've been doing a fair job of it through 9 games. To get that many, and our offense is doing.
Rash of them lately.
Yeah, again, sometimes we're not doing anything different other than maybe just how it is. Whether you're playing a little bit better or sometimes they're helping you. It's a little bit of both.
Let's talk about Dominique Franks and his progression and big play against Nebraska.
Yeah, he's really ignited us with that. He jumped that bubble screen out there, and Dom's continues to play well. He's made really good improvement through the year and has been a solid player overall. Again, we've been pleased overall. He has really done well. Again, he and Brian have been really pretty consistent. They've made a lot of plays. So there's been a time or two we've given up a big play that, we feel we can even be better, and that's what they're working at. And they're not far off, believe me, and they have made a lot of really good plays.
Dean Grady, your special teams B+, so you'd be happy with your special teams.
I didn't realize that, but I appreciate you letting me know. But well, they were really solid the other night. You look at the returns; they quit kicking it to us. The kickoff returns were excellent. Punt returns, as far as he was driving them, and then at the end of the game, we were just fair catching them. And then all the our kickoffs were definitely a lot better, and coverage, all of that. Mike just dropped the one punt. There's no reason for it. The ball hit him right in his left shoulder, But other than that, he punted well. So it was a good day, overall. But we're still working them hard in practice, making sure we hopefully will keep improving them.
Coach, you guys obviously liked Jeff Fuller recruiting him. He seems to have given them a spark.
Yeah, Jeff's a good player and is doing well for him. Is one of their, of course, main targets. A big guy, and he is playing well for them. He does a good job.
You took on Joe Kynes 2000 against Florida State, 03 Alabama. Can you talk about his schemes that he brings, and has anything changed, or has it been the same over those years?
No, there's a lot that's still the same, but a lot of basic principles are still the same that when I played. My defensive coordinator was here speaking at our coaches clinic last spring, and some of what we did when I played, we're still doing. So in the end, some basic principles never change, but guys are always very disciplined. His schemes and what they do are sound, and you see that still. And he mixes, and then you try and mix up what you're doing.
How did Wilson Boxer play in the second game?
Played well. He played. He did a nice job. Showed up, made more plays, and it just, I just feel he's getting more and more comfortable, and that's natural for a young guy. That's the more they play, usually the more improvement they make.
Defense wins championships, they say. And your offense obviously seems to be working just fine. Is this defense capable of helping this team, carrying this team to a championship?
Well, it has to this point. You look at what we've done. Just overall, I think that the positives have been, again, we're top of the league in turnovers forced, or 1 or 2. I think we're top of the league in third down stops, top of the league in fewest first downs. There's a lot of positives there that we're giving the offense the ball in positive field position and making things happen. If we can stop some of the big plays, that'll be the issue. It hasn't mattered in some of these games when you're up 35 points. It isn't as but to us as coaches, it's always a big deal. We want to be, better and not, not give up something that we feel is a basic discipline to what we're doing. It's one thing when somebody outfights you for a ball and you're there. That happens a time or so, but it was just a time or two we feel we could have been better in just our basic discipline. And so we'll keep working on it, but we're not far off. And again, there's a lot of positives to what we're doing with all the turnovers, the third down stops, the field position the offense is getting. You don't get up 35-0 in the first quarter, and your defense isn't doing a lot too. So
You mentioned being
or
up.
58 at halftime.
Yeah. If you
Away
look back
from
at,
home.
I think it was Cincinnati, Washington scored on late touchdowns against reserves. That's
Yeah,
bumps up
and
the
last
numbers a
week,
little
and
bit.
yeah, but and those guys we have to get them in there because we're going to be graduating guys, and guys will be moving on this year, and we've got to get them playing time, and sometimes again that's why they're twos or threes. Sometimes they're just not they're not as good as the ones.
You downplay those numbers then because of sometimes the fourth quarter is already out of hand.
Well, those numbers you do. I'm not concerned about that. I'm more concerned with getting those guys experience. So those few touchdowns don't make a difference. But some of the others, I still feel we could have been, we're better than and make some of those plays that we've given up.
Now, is Austin out 2 games, or could you use the bye week to reassess?
I'm not getting into how long. It's probably 3 weeks. So, 3 weeks we'll see. I didn't mean to be abrupt, but I don't know that. So we'll just see. Once he gets to that point, they'll just have to evaluate him, and so there's no way for me to tell that.
Where do you see Sam in the Heisman race right now?
Oh, I will imagine he's right in the thick of it. But it's not decided now, and we have 3 games. Most everyone has 3 or 4 games, whatever it is, to play. So I would think he's there with everyone else, and that's probably what everyone's waiting to see is how everyone finishes out. But I would imagine he's among the better guys.
Is the experience of coaching any different for you in a season like this where you have, I know they're all big games, but you've got 2 gigantic games at the end of the season.
We haven't been in those? Or?
But just, to be in a conference that's this strong this year, is it any more fun?
Well, it's always exciting, it's challenging, it's fun, and it is this year. So, and we're going to A&M. That's I've been here 10 years. That's always challenging, exciting, and so that's where our focus is at, and that's it. But we've been in this situation, and it's always exciting.
Last week you said that the 2000 Nebraska game was probably your best memory since you've been here. Where's that 2000 A&M game fit in that memory bank?
Probably right with it. Pretty close. That's when Torrance Marshall, when you're down and you intercept the ball and return it for a touchdown, and you're away from home in that environment, and they could smell blood, and that's when I made the comment. I said, boys, we can't lose. It's just not going to happen. That's where that feeling. I think from then on, the rest of the year, it was that way. That no matter what, we're going to figure a way out to win it.
Can you recall maybe feeling that there would be a game like that where you've got to come from behind, and do you imagine that will still happen this season?
Oh, that can always happen. In the end, you just compete through it all. I don't sit there and imagine any of it. You just do the best you can to go down there and go to work, and you get in that environment and you start competing and you work your way through it. And whatever comes, you have to deal with.